What's going on, guys? It's Groove, and we're here with a new series, Beyond Order, 12 More Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. So we've already went over some of my favorite rules in his first book, and now here is a continuation of his second book. And so for today, we're going to be going over Rule 2. Imagine who you could be and aim single-mindedly at that. So he starts out by saying that not only are we something that is, but we are also something that is becoming. And we all have this potential that is beyond our understanding. So what exactly does he mean by this? You know, everybody has this realization inside, this sense of that you could be greater than where you are. You can be doing something more with your life. We all have this, like, if you're just working a job and you're just like, man, I feel like I could be doing something more. I feel like I'm greater than this. He says this is exactly what this is. This can often be obscured in life by poor health and just general mishaps, but it can also be obscured by your willingness to not take advantage of opportunities that you get in life. He asked the question, who are you? Who could you be if you were everything you wanted to be? And I really like that. Like I sat there and pondered, and you know, I've listened to a few people that talks about this. Like one of them, that first one that comes to mind for me is Andrew Tate. You know, and I've watched a few of his motivational speeches, and he always goes back to, who could you be if you didn't waste any time? Like, we all get the same 24 hours in a day. So many people waste their lives scrolling, playing video games, you know, watching TV, just playing around. Like, and, you know, I do this myself. As soon as I get up, I grab my phone and I'm scrolling, seeing who's sending me messages or what silly memes there are before I get out of bed. Who could you be if you stopped that? If you just, as soon as you woke up, you just got to work. You got out of bed, got in the shower, went to the gym, came home, did work, and you just was like, go, 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 go. Who could you be? What would that person look like? And I also listened to somebody else who was talking about, you know, if you want to be a millionaire, if you want to be a billionaire, you have to start doing those things in life now. Like, imagine what your life would look like if you were the best you could be, or if you had the most money. Like, what would your life look like? And start doing those things today. Those will put you on a path to becoming this person. Like, it's not just enough to have the money or to have a goal. You have to start doing the things today. It's like, okay, well, if I was a multimillionaire and I could do whatever I wanted to do, I would get up in the morning and I would do yoga, or I would go for a walk, or I would go to the gym. You have to start living that life now in order to become that person. So when it comes back to him asking this question of who could you be if you were everything you could be, you have to ask yourself the question, who could you be? Where do I see myself? What do I want for myself? And start taking those steps to become that person. Because it's not just going to happen out of randomness. You have to work towards that life that you want. He goes on to say that the ancient philosopher Socrates believed that all learning was just a form of remembering, and that the soul knew everything that there was to know before it was born an infant. However, all previous knowledge was lost during birth, and that in order to retrieve this knowledge, you had to just go through life experiences. Now, whether you believe in this hypothesis or not is not the point. The point is that our bodies and minds are capable of so much more than we're currently doing. He believes that each of us has a calling in this world, something that grips our attention and you can't really explain it. Whatever you're interested in, he says, you don't choose that. We don't choose our interests. He says that they choose us in the end, and we should all follow that. And when I read that, I was like, you know, it's really true. Like, so many people today don't like reading, and I friggin' love reading. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know how I got this, but I just love reading. I can't stop. And so this is me trying to not only share my gift to the world, but at the same time, I didn't choose this. I felt like, you know, just like he said, it chose me. And so now I'm leaning into that. And he believes that everybody has something that they're interested in that chose them, and you should lean into that. So if you're going to lean into your interests, you need to aim at a target. It doesn't matter if you're stumbling towards it. Again, you don't have to, it's not going to be a smooth ride. He says this is the spice of life. As you're aiming towards your goal, you're going to stumble. You're going to find things that are, you're going to make errors and you're going to fail. But then you understand what those failures are so you can correct them and keep aiming at that target where you're trying to go. And of course, when you're aiming, this also means that you need to map out your path correctly. You need a plan. He says this is the key. He says if you don't have a plan, you will drown. And I've read so many other books about people and how they became successful, and every one of them had a plan. You need a plan. You cannot just stumble into greatness. You can't just stumble into finding your interest in, whatever you're trying to do in life. You need a plan. Nothing in your life is going to work if you don't have a plan or a way to get there. For better or worse, we're all on a journey when it comes to this thing called life, and discipline is what leads us forward. With will and luck, you will find a story that is meaningful and productive with your life. Perhaps even finding moments of satisfaction and joy. You can become the hero of your story and the benefactor of your family and society at large. That's the end of this chapter. I really like this rule. So many people today, they feel lost in life. Again, we all have something that we're interested in, and you should aim at that and see what happens. Because again, like he said, life is a journey, and we all should aim up and aim high so we can benefit ourselves and society. And so with that, go ahead and hit a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.